So simple, all experts, huh? So you all can give me the flow from 1 through 15. Yes? Who will begin? Come on. See, you don't have any questions. That means you know all the answers, huh? Okay, somebody asked, should we always be in a state of spontaneity? Of course, all the time. Yeah, all the time. What is being spontaneous? Yeah, it's being natural, your own self. Yeah, not being. Yeah, somebody asked me a question. Is being impulsive also being spontaneous? Being impulsive is not being spontaneous. Yeah, you read that question answer email? Yeah, impulsive usually is out of your raga or dvesha. Yeah. Where there is no raga, no dvesha, I act by my nature. Yeah. You're real, absolute, at the core. Yeah, you're just full of love and compassion. The greed, jealousy, all that is just covering on the top. At the core, you are just love. Yeah, you're just compassion. You're just naturally relaxed, calm. Yeah, like a little kid. I think she asked a question, no? We were so innocent. That is your nature. That innocence is your nature. Yeah. Always be in that state of spontaneity. In fact, you are that. All this is fake. This greed, this jealousy, anger, all this is fake. These are all masks. Yeah, somebody asked me a question yesterday. Yeah, I can see that these are all my masks. What do I do? You know, the mask has so much power. I said, yeah, it's just like that movie now. Yeah, you remember Jim Carrey's movie? Yeah, the mask gets so much power over you. It's exactly like that today. Yeah, drop these masks. Yeah, completely become naked. And these are all insecurities. That is why you become fake. Yeah? Be natural, be spontaneous. Act by your nature, moment to moment to moment. Yeah? Answered your question? Was that Deepa's question? Anybody else has a question? Bhavini, Medha, I cannot see you guys. No questions? Okay, come on, Ashtavakra experts, begin. Ashtavakra 1 through 15. You have to give me the flow now. How does 1 begin?
I will start.
Huh?
So, Raja Janaka is in his court, and he dozes off during a meeting, and he sees that his kingdom is in big trouble, and he's become a pauper, and he manages to get a piece of bread, and when he's about to eat it, an eagle comes and snatches that away from him, and that is when he awakes. And then, but he has this question: if what is reality? Was it the dream, or was it this time when he thinks he's awake? And he asks this to many people, and finally Saint Ashtavakra comes to the court to give him an answer. And also in the beginning we are told that there are 3 principles or 3 rules to listen to this knowledge. First is discipline of mind, discipline of speech and discipline of body. And only then, if we can practice these three, we are fit to receive the knowledge. And Janaka asks him, Ashtavakra, why is he bound? So the question comes up, what is binding him? So it's always three things: people, situation, and things.
Perfect. Yeah, that's the perfect summary of Ashtavakra 1. Yeah, are you all doing your discipline of speech? How many times have you caused turbulence in somebody else's mind in the past 20 weeks? Yeah, you know you've been doing this for around 20 weeks, no? A little over 20 weeks you've been in knowledge now. Yeah? How many times? Yeah? Now see, go back to the discipline. Yeah? Again, I take a vow. Come what may, I will not cause turbulence in another person's mind. Yes? Can we renew our vows today? Everybody? Yes? Yeah. Come what may, I will not cause turbulence in another person's mind. Yeah. And are you meditating every day? Doing your kriya? Yeah. Sadhana every day? Yeah. Good. And discipline of body. Are you listening to the body? Or are you still listening to the mind? One more gulab jam. Yeah, there we are a little loose, no? Let's start listening to the body. A little bit of exercise is good for the body. Yeah. When the stomach says stop, you stop. Yeah. Don't listen to the mind. Yeah. So let's again take these three vows: discipline of speech, discipline of body, and discipline of mind. Let's renew them today. Okay, Ashtavakra 1 was clear, no? The gist of it is, I am bound, and I am bound by people, situations and things. Yeah, these are the three things that are my bondage. This was Ashtavakra 1. And then we did a little bit of homework on it. Yeah, what am I bound by really? Oh, it is my own raga for a person, or my own dvesha for a person. That is my bondage. Yeah, it's my own raga for a particular thing, or a dvesha for a particular thing. Or it is my raga for a particular situation. Yeah, name, fame. Or a dvesha for a particular situation. Yeah, people criticizing me or making fun of me. Yeah. So, I am bound by my own ragas and dveshas. Clear? My own ragas and dveshas are my bondage. This is Ashtavakra 1. What is Ashtavakra 2? Who's going to continue? Immediately when I recognize I have raga and dvesha, what starts happening to me?
Feel guilty.
I feel guilty. Then what do? What was Ashtavakra 2?
About 5 principles.
5 principles. What are the 5 principles? 1. Forgiveness. Kshama. I forgive myself. Yeah. I did this in the past. I did not have this knowledge in the past. Now I do. Forgiveness. Yeah, but forgiveness with what? To? Sincerity. Yeah. Arjava. I have to be sincere. Otherwise, I am only excusing myself and then I will not grow. That is why Kshama with Arjava. 3rd? Compassion. Yeah. Daya. Daya for the other person as well as myself. Yeah. Otherwise, I keep beating myself up. Oh, I am bad. I create labels for myself and I keep, hitting myself with the same label, then there is no daya, there is no compassion. Yeah? Same compassion for myself and same compassion for others. Yeah? They are not in knowledge as much as I am. So it's okay. Yeah? Fourth, contentment. Dosha. Yeah, I be content with what is. Yeah, what is. Yes, it is because of my karmas from the past. Yeah, so I just go with it. I just flow with the river. Yeah. And 5 is truth. What is the truth?
Everything is changing.
Perfect. Everything is changing. People are changing. Situations are changing. Things are changing. Everything that my raga and dvesha is stuck in, all that is changing. Yeah. It is all temporary. Yeah. Nothing is permanent. Yeah. So, recognizing and inculcating these 5 principles, yeah, I walk in life. This is Ashtavakra 2. Yeah. Then Ashtavakra 3 is what?
Secret elements.
So now these 5 elements are related to what?
5 senses.
But now how did the 5 senses come into the picture?
Because our attachment is actually to our senses.
Perfect. I have a raga or dvesha for a person, situation and thing. From where did this come? Through the senses, na? The 5 senses go out into the world and get stuck in people, situations and things. Yeah? The same 5 senses, when I withdraw and I bring back, yes, I am established in the consciousness. So, the most important thing is to recognize these 5 senses. I am stuck in either 1 or 2 or 3 or all 5 of them. So what are the 5 senses? It's right here on the board. Sight, sound, taste, smell and touch. And sight is related to which element?
Fire.
Fire element. Sound?
Ether.
Yeah. Taste?
Water.
Yeah. Touch?
Air.
And smell?
Earth.
Yeah. So, now everything that happens because of these 5 elements. Yeah. These 5 elements increase and decrease and they cause all commotion in the outside weather. Yeah, that's why it is snowing like crazy for so many days. Yeah, these 5 elements increase and decrease and cause commotion in my own body. That is why someday I am all acidic and gaseous and nauseous, and another day I am all sattvic and relaxed, and another day I am totally, this is paining, that is paining, head is paining. What is all this? Yeah, the elements going up and down in my body. The same way those elements go up and down in my mind, how do they affect me in the mind?
Emotions.
They bring up emotions in me. Yes. So, if earth element is dominating, how do I feel?
Heavy.
Very heavy, very sad. Yeah. And if air element is dominating, then how do I feel?
Restless.
Restless. I want to run away from here. Oh, no more Ashtavakra. I'm tired of Ashtavakra. I want to run away. Go watch a movie. Relax, Friday evening. Who wants to watch Ashtavakra? Yeah. You go, you start the movie, you sit over there for 5-10 minutes. Oh, the movie is so boring. Let me go do something else. What is this? Extreme restlessness. Are you seeing this? Yeah. Not being able to sit at even one single place. Air element is dominating. Yeah. If water is dominating, then
Then we go with the flow. Yeah.
you're flowing feeling, yeah? You're enjoying. Sometimes you're in satsang, dancing, singing, yeah? Water element, yeah? And ether element,
Love.
maybe you're in love, yeah? You're in comfort. That is ether element. Yeah? And what is the fifth one left? Fire. Anger, jealousy. Yeah, not feeling nice about somebody. Yeah, all this is fire element. So you see how these elements affect the environment around me, affect this body and the mind, and bring up emotions in me. Yes? Clear? So everything is being run by these 5 elements. Where am I in the picture? I'm not there only. So simple. Ashtavakra number 4. I am not the doer. Yeah, it is all happening. Yeah, karma and niyati is just doing everything through these elements. It is all happening. Okay. Deepa asks a question, how do we come out of the elements dominating us? For example, on a grey day, we don't want to do anything. That's correct. Yeah. Balance, bring about a balance. Yeah. How do I be a little more sattvic? If it is raining or snowing outside, you really don't feel like doing anything, which means tamas has increased in me, earth element has increased in me. So now how do I balance it out? How do I balance it out? Yes, meditation, kriya, and
Seva.
again, sorry.
Seva. Seva.
Seva.
Seva, do some seva, do some activity. Yeah. So when tamas is high, you have to do the opposite of tamas. The opposite of tamas is activity. Yes. Get up, do some exercise, do some seva. Yeah. Meditate. Yeah. Eat more sattvic food. Don't go in for tamasic food. What is tamasic food?
Spicy.
So many things are there which are tamasic, yeah. So Google it up, what falls under tamasic food. All stale, yeah. All old food, processed, canned food, everything will come under tamasic food. Green, leafy vegetables are more sattvic food. Yeah. So focus on your immediate food, your atmosphere, and the kind of people you are with. If you are in the company of a tamasic person, that's what you are going to feel. If you are in the company of sattvic, that's how you are going to feel. Yeah? So, everything is being done by these 5 elements. Ashtavakra 4, it comes into directly. I am not the doer then. When the 5 elements run the show, who am I? Where am I in the picture at all? Yeah? I am not this body. I am not this mind. Yes, everything is happening on account of karma. I am not the doer. Drop this doership. I. Yeah, there is no I in the first place. Yes, you do not exist. And the moment you recognize this, the moment you wake up, oh, there is no I. What happens? Instantly you are free. What is that Ashtavakra number? Ashtavakra number 5. You are free right now. Yeah. And what is the main sutra of Ashtavakra 5? Who remembers?
If you think that you are free, then you are free. But if you think it is, I'm not free, then, or it's very difficult, then you are.
Perfect. Yeah. If you feel you are free, you are free. If you feel you are bound, you are bound. Yes? So, it is all here. Yes, till the time I am stuck in raga and dvesha, I am stuck in this world. I am holding on to this Vishwam with both my hands. Yeah, my fists are tight. Yes, I am only bound because of my own raga and dvesha. The moment I drop this doership, I open my fists. And the moment I open my fists, I am free. Yeah? Everything is happening. Wake up and see. Everything is happening. Yeah? Just flow like a leaf. Drop this doership. Yeah? Just be spontaneous in your action. River is taking me right, I go right. My river is taking me left, I go left. Yeah? Just keep moving like a leaf. Yeah? When this freedom comes, yeah, you get established in the self. Yeah, you are not moved by raga or dvesha. Yeah, your pendulum does not go right and left. You are established in the center. And what is that called? You are established in the changelessness. Yeah, Ashtavakra number 6. Fountain of joy. Yeah. You get established in that changelessness. Everything is changing. Everything is moving on account of these 5 elements. The river of karma has a strong current. Everything moves. Everything changes. Yeah? But I am established. That is changelessness. Everything is changing, but I do not change. Yes, this body changes, the mind changes, the emotions change, but I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not these emotions. Yeah, that is Ashtavakra number 6, being established in the changelessness. Yeah? When you become established in the changelessness, a fountain of joy erupts. Yeah. And that is a continuous joy. It is not because of something external. Yeah, when you are happy about something external, it's very short-lived. Have you noticed? Yeah. The moment you recognize that I am that changelessness and I get established in that changelessness, I also get established in that permanent joy. Yeah, this temporary river and people and situations, things don't affect me so much anymore. Yeah. I recognize I am that changelessness. Oh, that changelessness is also Amrita. That changelessness is also Ghazal, is also Ravi, is also Raj, is also Medha. Oh, we are all that one changelessness, that one consciousness. Everything is God. Ashtavakra number 7. Yeah, that's how you come to everything is the consciousness or God. Just a little skill is required to see it. Yeah, just a little bit of twisting of your vision. Just change the way you see things. Drop the raga and dvesha. Yeah? Recognize the force of karma. Recognize the force of these 5 elements playing everywhere around you and within this body-mind complex. And you will see. Yeah? That skill cannot be described in words. Yeah? Like I can give a guitar to each one of you and I can tell you the chords and the scales, and I can tell you put your fingers here and put your fingers here and do this. But beyond that, yeah, after that, what? Yeah, it is your own effort, it is your own skill that you can either play a fantastic song, yeah, or you can just play noise and we all run away. Yeah. So, that developing that skill, that is in your hands. Yeah. All the knowledge is here. It's up to you. Yeah. So, Ashtavakra 7. Kutaschit kaushalad eva paramatma vilokyate. With some skill, I can see God. Yeah, I can see the same consciousness, the same nothingness here also, there also, there also, there also. Clear? Till here you gave your Ashtavakra semester 1 exam. Remember? Yeah. Then you started your Ashtavakra semester 2 at Ashtavakra 8. What is Ashtavakra 8? Who remembers? Nobody remembers. Why? Why is it called that? What conflict? Why rejoice in the self?
I think sometimes when other people compliment you or say something, you cannot accept it.
It's not about other people at all. That was just an example Gurudev was giving you. How conflicts start within you. We are going in a flow, right? I have come to everything is God. What happens in Ashtavakra 7? What happens to Janaka? Huh? Loudly. Janaka bows down to himself. Remember? Yeah? It's the aho moment for Janaka. He bows down to himself. Yeah? And he says, Namo Mahyam. Yeah, I bow down to myself. Can you say, I bow down to myself? Immediately what happens to you? Oh, I shouldn't have this ego. Conflict arises, right? Yeah, there was no conflict for Janaka. That is why Ashtavakra 8 is without conflict. Rejoice in self. Got it? Yeah. Namo Mahyam. He bows down to himself again and again. He just cannot stop saying it. Yeah, and he cannot stop saying Aho, Aho Niranjano. Yeah. So, he again and again rejoices in the self. Oh, I am that consciousness. And not only I, you are that consciousness, you are that consciousness. Oh, we are all the same. Everything is God. I bow down to myself. Again and again he says that. He rejoices in the self. Yeah? So now Janaka does not have any ego problems. Yeah? He can easily rejoice in himself. But Ashtavakra goes on to explain a little more about what the ego does and how the ego comes up and creates storms and what is the nature of the mind. All this is for us. Yeah? Janaka has no such problems. Yes, so now from here on it is for us. Yeah, Ashtavakra is just reiterating what the mind goes through. So, the first thing the mind has in rejoicing in the self is conflict. Yeah, there is a conflict from within, which Raj just said. Yes, when somebody appreciates me and I feel happy, and then I tell myself, oh, I shouldn't be feeling so nice. I shouldn't get into this. Yeah. This is again conflict created by my own ego. Recognize this. My ego does this. Yeah. Ego is where I separate myself from you. Yeah. Either I am superior to you or I am inferior to you. Both is ego, huh? Yes. So So the moment I have separated myself from you, this is ego. Now do you understand ego, the definition of ego better? Yeah? When I am the consciousness, you are the consciousness, we are all one, no? The moment I have this conflict, oh, I cannot feel so good because you appreciated me. I have separated you and me. And that itself is ego. Yes? That takes us to Ashtavakra 9. Ego dissolves in love. Yeah? Clear? So, for Janaka there is no such ego problem. Yeah? His ego has completely dissolved in love. And what is that love? Is he talking about the love between husband and wife or mother and child? Yeah? He's going beyond this body. Yeah, mother, child, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, all this is just related to this body. He's going one step beyond. Yeah, we are all that one consciousness. We are all made up of one stuff. And that stuff is love. Yeah, when you recognize this, ego completely dissolves. Yes, that is Ashtavakra 9. Yeah, but people who get lost in this ego, for them what happens? What is Ashtavakra 10? Storm of emotions. Yeah, all these storms of emotions are created by my ego only. Yeah, all raga and dvesha is ego. It's nothing but ego. Yes? My only raga and dvesha creates storms within me. Yeah? Should I go this way or should I go that way? Is this good for me? Is that good for me? All because of my raga and dvesha. Yeah? This should be like this should not be like this. Why did this happen to me and why did this not happen to me? Everything is raga and dvesha. Recognize this, huh? So my ego is responsible for all these storms of emotions that arise within me. Ashtavakra 10. Yeah, so what do? He gave you a 5-point rule to deal with the storms of emotions. What does he do? What does he say? 1.
Observe
Become aware.
Perfect. 1. Become aware. We are not even aware of our own emotions. Yeah, we are so lost in the outside world and outside people, situations and things we don't even recognize as a storm within me. I'm experiencing jealousy right now. Because of that jealousy, I get angry. And I say bad things and I lash out. I don't even recognize that there was this first little storm of jealousy that arose within me. Are you getting it? I'm just giving you a simple example. You relate it. So first is becoming aware of the storm. Second,
Stop regretting.
Immediately when I recognize, I become aware of the storm, what happens to me? Oh, I should have not done this, I should have done that. Yeah, stop regretting the storm. Third,
don't resist.
we start resisting it. So, don't resist the storm. Fourth,
Accept that it's the nature of
this is the nature. The elements will rise and fall. Fire element must have dominated in me and I did not, I was not 100% aware. That is why the fire engulfed me and there was jealousy. This is the nature of things. It's okay. Drop, let go. Let me bake in that fire now. Don't resist that fire also. Let me bake in that fire completely. Yeah, only when I completely bake in that fire am I going to come out like gold. Yes, this is the nature of things. And 5,
You are bigger than the
I am bigger than the storm. Come what may, nothing can destroy me. Yeah, don't run away from it. be with the storm. Doesn't matter. Yeah? This was the 5-point rule that Gurudev gave you. Yeah? So, Ashtavakra has told you what ego can do. Yeah? How it causes the conflict and how it can be resolved. But sometimes when it comes, it can create a storm of emotions. That is Ashtavakra 10. So, it can be dissolved in love. What is love?
Oneness, feeling of oneness.
Ashtavakra 11. What is Ashtavakra 11 topic?
Give everything.
So, love equals to giving. Yes? And what does love not equal to?
Business.
Business. Don't be a Vanijya. Yeah, remember? Yes, we had all done the homework. Are you doing business on the spiritual path as well? Recognize that. A lot of people do it for recognition, name, fame also. Oh, she goes to satsang. She's a nice lady. Yeah, oh, that's why I go to satsang. I might go there and go to sleep. Doesn't matter. At least people think I'm a good lady. Business. Manijya you become. Yeah.
I don't do it for that, but I want to grow. Isn't that a business? I want to make sure. I want
Just be. Yeah. This is okay. Initially you came onto the path for that reason because you wanted to grow good. But now you've been on this path. You're recognizing, oh, this is my nature. Yeah, just being calm, relaxed is being my nature. In my nature. Yeah, I was just faking till now. I was pretending. Now recognize there is no Vanijagiri anymore. Yeah, this happens so naturally, no? Come what may, you give this priority, right? So there is no more Vanijagiri now. Yeah, it's okay. You came here. Some way you had to come here. Something had to push you here. Yeah, job is done. Yeah? Don't do any more business now. Yeah? Recognize this tendency of the mind. This is Ashtavakra 11. Yeah? Again remember, Janaka does not need all this. Ashtavakra keeps saying, na? Even Gurudev said that Janaka at his level, he's a king, he's looking after the kingdom. Yeah, he has to think about the welfare of the kingdom and still he is not stuck in accumulating wealth. Yeah, he is only thinking of giving love. Yeah, that's all. He cares for everybody and everything. It will all happen. Anyways, he's understood the law of karma and niyati. That everything will happen. It has to happen. Yeah. So, that is Ashtavakra 11. Give everything. Take nothing. Yeah. But it becomes very difficult. Huh?
I have a question here. Not just 11, but in general up to this point. I think it's still echoing. So, I'm going to say, play it like a game and play it from your periphery, not quite get attached to it. So when you really, so for example, let's say, I go to work and I play whatever the game, politics and whatnot, and when I really play it from periphery, so what you're saying is I should not be touched by it and it should not create any more karma. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So I think I'm not obviously there, but
That's good.
I think I've noticed I don't get attached enough. Every time I do something, I'm fully aware, and I'm doing it. I have to do it because as a part of that, I have to do it. But then I think I improved quite a bit. I can see it. I can see the benefit of Ashtavakra. It has a huge, I think, impression or basically impact on me, and I can see that. But I think sometimes I question for the moment I am in it, I'm trying to play it like a game, but yet it has some impact on me, but then the impact goes away after a while because I am fully aware, I'm trying to see it like a game, and but sometimes I question, why do I have to live this every day 10 hours at work and then clear the karma? Why can't I find a job that's just a job for survival, just enough to live? So I'm fully a lot more on the spiritual, a lot less on the external world.
See, that is, yes.
So that's when you have to say that don't give up, right? So why not give up?
No, okay, changing your job is not giving up, huh, Raj? If somebody is in a job, in a work environment which is not very good, not legal, yeah, deciding to go another way is not giving up. So that is your own personal choice.
Giving up a job and taking something very small doesn't get into my head every day. That I don't have to emotionally invest in that work or fully play it like a game, or I just go there, just make enough money to survive. That's what I mean.
No. Any job you go, any place you go, yeah, some or the other thing will come up. Some raga dvesha will come up. Yeah, whatever is in the storehouse for Raj, in his karma bank, will come up. It doesn't matter which job you change, 100 times you change your job. If there are certain impressions from the past, yeah, certain paybacks that are due for you, they will come your way. So if a difficult job situation is a payback that Raj has to pay, it has to come your way. Doesn't matter 10 times you change your job. Do you get this? Yeah. So of course that does not mean now again you don't change your job. That is completely your personal decision. Yeah. It's very simple. A difficult life situation is karma's way of telling you. Yeah. Maybe take a right or a left. Yeah. Karma has to bring to you what is due to you, right? Now it cannot drop a letter in Raj's lap, no? Oh, quit now. No. Raj has to make that decision. So karma probably makes that situation so bad for you that either you have to quit or you get fired. Yeah? The karma expires. So if you have a karma, yeah, and it's going to expire, it's going to expire. Yeah? Either you will quit or you will get fired. Yeah? So it is just karma's way of bringing to you whatever was due. Just go through it without raga and dvesha.
I don't hate it. I actually like it. But I like spirituality not better. So why not give up something even better?
But again, don't try to make spirituality another aspiration. A lot of people start aspiring to become a teacher. Oh, now why they want to become a teacher? It's not for the spirituality or the spiritual progress. No, the name and fame of a teacher. Oh my God, so much recognition. You're doing the same thing. In the corporate world, you were running after name and fame. Now in the spiritual part, on the spiritual path, you're running after name and fame. You're doing the same thing. So, I'm just giving an example to you, but you introspect why you want to become a teacher, why you want to come into spirituality full time, or why do you want to run away to the Himalayas? Is it out of a raga and dvesha? Yes? So drop this raga and dvesha. Completely let go. What is. I will just be with it. Yeah? And that does not mean not taking decisions. Take decisions. But take decisions from an eagle's point of view. How an eagle would look down at a situation. He's just witnessing. Yeah? He's not part of that. So look down at your own situation in office without raga and dvesha. Make a list of pros and cons for yourself. Yeah? And then decide if you want to quit, you quit. Whichever wins. If the pros win, cons win. Yeah? That is totally your decision. Yes, but whatever you do without raga and dvesha. Clear?
You definitely have. I think the last point is very clear.
Okay.
When you say without raga, right? That's part of it. When I make a decision, I tend to, okay, I think this path is better, I like it, there is more calmness, and I'm enjoying the blissfulness, I think that equanimous state, and so I want to go this way. There is raga there also, right?
Yes, I think what Ektaji had said before, that the true test is living these principles while going through the phases of life, rather than running away.
Perfect.
Ektaji, I have a question.
Huh.
You said when you're going through tough times, and it will tell you whether to take a right or left. But many times, we are caught up in the situation, and you are afraid to take a decision. You don't want to, particularly if you're getting pulled back whenever you try to do something, you're afraid to, move forward, thinking that, maybe the timings are not right. So how do I know when to make a decision or not?
You will never know. Yeah, that's the beauty of karma and niyati. Yeah, you will never know what lies ahead. When you're driving on a dark night, on a dark street, no lights, yeah, how much can you see the street? Only how much your headlights can go up to, 100 meters, 100 yards, 200 yards. Beyond that, you can't see anything. You don't even know if the road exists or not. Yeah, just like that, you can see into the future only how much you can plan. Yeah, I can plan that I will do this tomorrow. It's a difficult situation. I need to get this done. That's all that you can see. Yeah, that also you cannot see whether it will really go that way or not. A deer could suddenly run in the middle, no? Yeah, and you would have to brake. Yeah, so you don't know really which way it is going. Yes, that is why I always say, doesn't matter. Whatever, however difficult the situation is, yeah, just look at it from an eagle's point of view, without raga and dvesha. Yeah, when you look at it from there, you will see that, oh, niyati or karma has made this very difficult for me. My river was flowing, and suddenly that river has started drying up, and it's become a very thin, small tributary. That is why I cannot flow anymore. Yeah, you will recognize that when you drop your raga and dvesha. Yes, you will probably go down a big waterfall, yeah, and you feel this is the end of life, but nothing happens to you. Again, jump into the water, and then again everything becomes normal. Yeah, but you cannot know. So, if it is a difficult situation, just hang in there. Yeah, drop raga and dvesha. That is the extra effort you have to do in a difficult situation. It's easy to drop raga and dvesha when everything is hunky-dory. Right? It's only in the really awful situation where you can't drop your dvesha towards a particular thing or a raga towards a particular thing or person. Yeah? It's actually in that situation that you have to drop these two. Let go. Open your palms. Okay, I am ready to receive what comes, however difficult it is. Yeah? Do not expect that you will come to know whether this is the right path to take or that is the right path to take. Yeah? That really brings up to us to Ashtavakra 14. Conflicts, dvandva. Remember? Yeah? Drop all dvandva. Drop all conflicts. Why drop? That is in Ashtavakra 12 and 13. That is the nature of the mind. It is stuck in 4 things. What were the 4 things? Who remembers? Ashtavakra 12. What is the nature of the mind? What are the 4 botherations of the mind?
Identity.
Sex. Remember? Sex. 3 types of sex. Yeah. Physical sex, mental. Yeah, where mentally the person is important. And the third is the highest form of sex, divine sex. Yeah. What is the second botheration of the mind? Mindness. Mine. This is the biggest problem sometimes. Yeah. When you are in a situation, a difficult situation, you don't want to let go of something that is going. It could be a job, it could be a relationship. Yeah. It could be a very dear situation. Yeah, but it's going from your hands. Yeah, mindness, mine, that is a problem. Yeah, you are stuck in that I and mine. Doesn't matter, open your fists. Let it go if it has to go. Yeah, sometimes we are feverish about making something mine. Oh, I want this to happen. This is so difficult. I don't know why this is not happening. Again, mindness is the problem. Yeah, recognize this. This is the nature of the mind. Yeah, so this obstacle that has come up, yeah, it can be dropped. The moment I drop mindness, doesn't matter. Yeah, recognize this. Oh, this is the nature of my mind. Rather than questioning why this is happening or why this is not happening, turn your question to wonder. Wow. Yeah, look at my mind. So funny. Even after all this knowledge, it's getting stuck in this. Wonder at your own mind. Yeah. Turn your question to wonder. Yeah. So first is sex. Second is mindness. What is the third? Desire. I want this. I want this. I want this. Isn't that your biggest problem? Yeah. I don't want this is also a desire, huh? Recognize this. Both are desires. I want this or I don't want this. Drop both. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Again and again, drop it. Some of you did the Bhagavad Gita weekend with me. You remember the shloka on desire? What does Lord Krishna say? When a desire arises, what do? Come on, I remember some of you were there. When a desire arises, huh? I cannot hear you, Ghazal.
Observe? I don't know. I haven't repeated that.
No, I know you've not attended. Ghazal was saying something.
Offer?
Prajahati, say goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, the moment a desire comes, yeah, it's not in your hands. You cannot say desire should not arise. It is a thought, right? A thought comes by itself. So, the moment it comes, you say bye-bye. Prajahati. Again when it comes, you say bye-bye. Again when it comes, you say bye-bye. Yeah. Keep dropping it. Keep offering it. Yeah. Keep saying goodbye to the desire. Yeah. Let go. Drop. Yeah. So, desire is the third botheration. And what is the fourth? Fear. Yeah, not just these small little fears, there's a ghost in the room and what if this happens? But what is the biggest fear?
Death.
Yeah, the fear of letting go of this body. Yeah, all your fears are actually just that one fear. Yeah, that is when you are still not a yogi. But what is the biggest fear for a yogi?
Not attaining the enlightenment.
Attaining enlightenment, actually. Liberation is a very big fear, huh? Yeah. Because you don't know what after that. The mind does not want to let go. Yeah. So the highest form of fear that you see in yogis is of liberation. The fear of liberation. Yeah. So, even if that comes up, just wonder at it. Oh, look at the mind. Yeah. So if today you are in a tough situation, if life is not hunky-dory, stop questioning life. Yeah. Turn your question into wonder. Yeah. That is... Huh?
One of the fears that was fear, you mentioned fear of death. And when I think of it, it's not more than fear of death, it is fear of people who are dependent on you and how they will be taken care of or what will be the impact on them. And I know I'm thinking it wrong, that there is attachment there, but I can't think it figure it out.
Okay, it is all related. What is fear of death really? Fear of losing everything that is related to this body. You are giving a lot of importance to this body. So your loved one is also of this body, no? Your loved one has nothing to do with you really. Yeah? Even if it is your own child, it is of this body. Even if it is a husband or wife or a friend or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, it is of this body, related to this body. Yes? I, the Purusha, have nothing to do with relationships. Yes? In the previous lifetime, you had different children and a different husband and a different mother and a different father. And before that, you had different family members. And after this, you will have so many more. They are all of the body, related to the body. Do you get this? Yes? So, fear of death is your biggest fear because the moment you leave this body, yeah, you cut off all the relationships with everybody. So even if you have the fear of what will happen to my child, it is because of the fear of this body. Fear of losing this body. It's all connected. It's all one. Because you are still identifying with this body. You still think I am the body. Yes? When you rise higher from this level, from this understanding, you grow higher. And you recognize I am the consciousness. Yes, I've got nothing to do with this body or that body that this body is related to. Yeah. It all drops off. Yeah. That is why for a yogi, the death of the body is not such a big thing. Yeah. For a yogi, it is liberation. Yeah. There is no mind, there is no body. Yeah. Moving away from everything, the beyond. Yeah. And not every yogi has it. Yeah. Even if you see it in some yogis, what did Gurudev say? Just wonder. Yeah. Fear should be just like a pinch of salt. You cannot eat a salty entree. Yeah. So just let it be like a pinch of salt. So I did this Ashtavakra 12 and 13 together. Nature of the mind is 12 and 13 is fear is like salt. Yeah. This brings us to 14, which actually came up before only. Yeah. Drop all conflicts. Ego brings up conflicts. Yeah. All these four things, sex, mind, fear, desire, all these four bring up conflicts in you. Recognize this, huh? All my conflicts are because of the nature of the mind. Yeah. All my conflicts are rooting out of these four. So drop. Just wonder. Yeah, that brings us to Ashtavakra 14. Drop all conflicts. Yeah, just treat life like a game, not like a war. Yeah. Are you doing that? Are you playing it like a game? Are you still struggling with life and fighting and I want this and I don't want this. Oh, no, I don't want to go this way. Yeah. Are you still like that pawn on the chessboard screaming and shouting and throwing your fists into the air? Nobody's really listening to you. Stop doing it. Just play life like a game at the periphery. Yeah. Don't let it touch the center. You are pure at the center. Yeah. You are that pure consciousness. Yeah. You are untouched. So be that. Just rejoice in the self, devoid of conflicts. Yeah. Why? Because that brings us to Ashtavakra 15. I am not the doer. Everything is happening. Yeah. Again Ashtavakra will bring you back to that. That is the crux of Ashtavakra. I am not the doer. I am not the doer. Yeah. Life is just happening. Yeah. So let me play it like a game, not like a war. Yeah. And in Ashtavakra 15, he tells you dissolve. Again and again, dissolve. Yeah. Again and again, let go. Drop. Surrender. Give up all these, I want this, I don't want this, I like this, I don't like this. All this dropping, all this is dissolving. Yeah, and he tells you dissolve 5 times for the 5 senses. You remember? Because all conflicts come out of either something I see or something I hear or something I touch or taste. Yeah, or I smell. So for each of them, he tells you dissolve. Dissolve means drop. Let go. Clear?
Being in samsara, because mind is doing its own business every time. We have 5 consciousness, we are doing, eyes are doing its own activity, and here we are doing its own activity. Every time we are dropping, for example, sometimes every time it is coming up again and again we are dropping it. So what is the end point for this one?
You know what you are saying? First I should learn how to swim, then I will get into the swimming pool. I'm going to learn swimming on the internet class on swimming. I'll become an expert in swimming, just learning on the internet. Then I will go into the swimming pool. Is that possible? No, na? Yeah, you have to go into the water. You stumble, you fumble, you drown, you sink 10 times. Water goes into your nose and mouth and literally, you're half dead many times. And then finally one day you learn how to move your hands and one day you learn how to float the body and finally you learn how to swim. Right? Yeah, one day will come. Right now, keep stumbling and fumbling for a while. It's okay. Yeah, it will take some time. Yeah, continuous self-effort, yes, is required. Yes, I was in India for a few days. So somebody asked me, I don't know English, please translate this continuous self-effort that you are saying. So all I could tell her was, Zabardast Purusharth. I didn't know what else to say. Yeah, Zabardast Purusharth you have to keep doing. Again and again and again. Incessant self-effort. Yeah, without a gap. Consistent self-effort. Again you are going to fall. 100% you are going to fall. Again you climb the wall. Again you are going to fall. Again you climb the wall. Yes, you will get there. 84 lifetimes I have wasted doing the same things again and again and creating karma again and again. All the bad habits of the mind I have encouraged again and again. 84 lifetimes before this. Yeah, you are saying within a few months of practice and within a year of practice I should become an expert? Have some patience. Yeah. Dhiraha. Yeah. Dhiraha means be patient as well as be courageous. Both. Yeah. You will get there. Yeah. And I'm there. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere till you get enlightened. I'm going to make sure. Okay. How do we... You can read the question out.
Okay, I'll read the question. I have a separate question. Is spirituality plus more sensitive to other people's need and emotions, but how do we deal with it or protect ourselves and not get affected by it? There's also a similar second part to it. How do we come out of the element dominating us? For example, on grey day. Oh, that one is done.
Yeah, we've done that. So the other one is spirituality makes us more sensitive to other people's needs, which is very nice. Yeah, it makes you sensitive towards other people. This is fantastic. But how do you deal with it or protect yourself? You don't need to protect yourself. What will another person do? Take advantage of you? Let him take advantage. Be useful. At least you'll be useful to somebody. Yeah? Stop this Vanijagiri, really. Yeah? I want something. Drop this I want something for myself. Open your arms. Yeah? What can another person do to you? Yeah, when you are full of love and compassion, yeah, anything negative will drop. Yes, they used to say that in the presence of Buddha, even the thorns would drop away. Yeah, even the thorns would not prick people's feet. Yeah, what does this mean? That if you are in your true nature of love and compassion, no negativity can affect you or harm you. Yeah? So stop this thing of protecting yourself. Yeah? This knowledge will protect you. Yeah? Gurudev's grace is always flowing. He will protect you. So drop this insecurity. When you drop this insecurity, you will start flowering. Yeah? So experience that flowering. You are the one who's stopping your bud from actually opening up and becoming a flower. Because of your own insecurity, you're stopping yourself. Yeah? Let that flowering happen. Be welcoming to everybody, positive people or negative people. Yeah? Give love and see what happens. Yeah?
I had a question on disciplining of speech. You mentioned about not hurting others. But when you're at work and you have to give a hard feedback or a hard message, or you have to give a truth opinion of someone else who is not performing well, that is just doing karma, that is still being, I mean, you understand what I'm referring to. It's hurting someone, but
the intention is not there to hurt. Yeah, when I'm a manager and I have to tell my subordinate that the performance has not been up to the mark, I don't have dvesha in me. Yes, I am just telling on basis of certain performances in the past few months. Yeah, I just look at that particular performance. I have feedback from other subordinates and other people in the office, and I'm just giving that. Yeah, I should not have any dvesha or raga in my heart. Yeah, then I don't create karma. Do you get it? Yeah, in other words, simple words, I'm telling you to be practical. Don't be emotional. Simple. There is no need of emotions in office at all. Yeah? Actually, that is the way you're supposed to really lead life. How you are in a professional environment, you're actually playing it all at the periphery. Have you noticed? Yeah? That's exactly how you have to play life. At the periphery. Professionally. There is nothing personal about it. Yeah? Drop this raga and dvesha for anything in life and anybody. There's really nothing personal about life. It's not yours anyways. Yeah.
One more question. Sometimes you want to forgive someone and you don't want that hatred or dvesha, but either due to karma or whatever, you know that you're not supposed to do it, you know you're not supposed to behave badly, or it's very difficult and it's in that conflict situation. Is it better to not be too hard on yourself and change yourself in that and just be a witness and let time flow through, or have some gap and avoid that person for a while?
You could do both, either or. It depends on the situation. Yeah. So I would advise always be a witness. There is no two way about that. Anyway, I'm telling you, play life at the periphery. Yeah. Maybe the situation and the person demands you to have non-contact for the next few days. That could be a possibility. That is totally an individual decision. Yes, but every situation, play it like a witness. Do not get involved. Do not be a player. Yes, because of the tendency of the mind, I understand. It starts playing the game, gets involved in the raga or dvesha, and the anger cycle happens or the hatred cycle happens. Again, pull yourself out. Yeah, that is the main effort. The Zabardast Purusharth that I'm talking about, no? That is the effort. Pull yourself out. Yeah, become a witness. Take one step back. Again, take one step back and keep repeating this. If you keep repeating this, the mind will get so tired of you, it will stop pulling you into raga and dvesha. Yeah? The entire exercise is about tiring this mind. Got it? All good?
I'm still not very clear on the Namo Meham. I surrender to myself. Can you please explain once again?
Namo Mahyam. See, when Janaka realized I am the consciousness and my bondage was only my own mind. My mind was stuck in people, situations and things. The moment I recognized, oh, my only raga and dvesha, I am only holding on to something or some person. The moment I open my fist, it is all gone. This is freedom. Yeah. Then he recognizes, oh, I am the consciousness. I am not this body. I am not this mind. And that same consciousness is here and there and there and there. Oh, everything is God. Everything is consciousness. Then he says, Namo Mahyam. I bow down to myself. Got it? When I am the consciousness, I bow down to myself.
I got it. One more general question. In Ishavaya Upanishad, Guruji was talking about Devas not, part of this world, or they are not in the one consciousness and they are different. Can you please explain that?
We will do Isha Upanishad. Others will get very confused if we do that right now. There is another dimension. Even quantum physics, quantum mechanics today talks about it. Yeah, and there are more than three-dimensional world that I see around myself right now. Yeah, you think in your room only you are sitting and listening to me? It is not like that. Yeah, there are other beings that are not in the physical body. Don't worry, they are not ghosts and they are not going to haunt you. Yeah, but there are other alternate universes all around us which we cannot perceive because of the limitation of this body. Yeah, this is very beautiful. This is spoken about in the Upanishads, and as soon as we complete Ashtavakra, we will do an Upanishad session. Yeah, so we will talk in detail about this. So I don't want to talk in brief and confuse everybody right now. Huh, Ravi? So we can take this offline.
Okay. One last one. And he also talked about, Shiva being the five, it is the representation of all the five elements. Can you also, how Vishnu and other gods are represented, like what representation of all these other gods?
Oh, they're all different representations of the different gods. Yeah, Shiva is another name for the consciousness. Yeah, so we use the English word consciousness, but if you go into the scriptures, the Shiva Tattva is nothing but the consciousness. Yes, and why, Shiva is given that, yeah, because Shiva is all the five elements, the karma and the niyati. Yeah, and then if you go into mythological stories, you will see a lot of stories of Lord Shiva which depict that he is the one, he comes and he destroys everything. Yeah, Maheshwara. Yeah, so those who are interested in mythology can read a little more about it. Yeah, but different gods have different representations. That will go into a long list. You want me to give you the list right now?
I don't want to all the gods, but Brahma, Vishnu.
So,
I'm trying to understand which one Brahma, what.
So the creation, we will do this in Yoga Vashishta. So in creation, what happens? The creator, yeah. So consciousness is imagined like space or like air. This consciousness within itself has an impulse. Yeah, that impulse of creation is Lord Brahma. Please do not imagine that there is a God sitting on a lotus flower somewhere up in the clouds and that is Brahma. No. Yeah, very nice depiction in mythology, but that is not what it is really. Brahma is that impulse in the consciousness that created everything. Yeah, the world came out of it. As in, the world didn't come out, the five elements come out of it first. Earth, water, fire, ether, air. And then the combination of these elements leads to planets and then to species and different things come up in the universe. Yeah. So the impulse of creation in the consciousness is Brahma. Clear? Now once this creation has happened, the creation has to be maintained. Yeah, the earth needs to keep rotating around its axis, water needs to keep flowing, fire needs to keep going up. So who is maintaining the impulse in the consciousness that maintains all the activity of the five elements is Lord Vishnu. Please do not again imagine some Lord sitting on a big Singhasan of a snake and has a rose or whatever petal in the hand and has a snake on the top. These are nice depictions again. Yeah, but understand, in this space, in this consciousness, there is an impulse, just a strong vibration that maintains everything, an energy that maintains everything. Yeah, Like electricity is nothing but a kind of energy that lights everything. Yeah. So just like that, there is an energy which you cannot see, but it maintains everything. That is Lord Vishnu.
Niyati?
Yeah. Niyati is the management. Yeah. So that is what you can call. Lord Vishnu is the head of that management. Niyati. Yeah. And the third is when all this creation goes into dissolution. Yeah, even science has proved that many times everything was destroyed. Yeah, the dinosaurs actually were there, they reigned on this planet and they were all destroyed. So who does this? This mass destruction. It is an impulse again. Just an energy, like an earthquake. An earthquake can come and destroy an entire city, yeah, or cities together. It is a strong impulse. Where does this impulse get generated? Yeah, this impulse in the consciousness, which is Maheshwara, yeah, that which destroys. Yeah, these are just energies. Yeah, so understand this very clearly. There is no God sitting up there in the clouds. Yeah? Answered your question?
Yeah, got it.
Ekta, I had a question. In the part 2, there was a question on what are the 3 paths for a sincere seeker. There was, I know about bhakti, the devotion part, and the second part is dhyana, knowledge. What is the third one?
Karma. Karma yoga. Jnana yoga, bhakti yoga and karma yoga. Yeah, the path of action is karma yoga. Patanjali has spoken quite a bit about it. Yeah. Have you done the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras? So sometime after Ashtavakra, we can also do the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Huh? It is a very short series. It will be done in 10 weeks. We will just have one exam at the end. So that will go pretty quickly. So Patanjali's Yoga Sutras gives you many paths, many techniques and many practices for the Karma Yogi. Who is a Karma Yogi? Who believes in the path of action, that I have to do something. Yeah, I have to either take a vow or do some kind of a tapasya or do some kind of a meditation, some kind of a breathing practice, yogasanas, pranayamas. All these only will help purify my body and then the mind. Yeah, that is the path of a Karma Yogi.
One more question. On like sometimes people would fear or think about something that I hope this doesn't happen, and then down the road it happens. Is that it could be thought of as, was that some intuition that they had that this is going to happen, or it could be thought of as their thoughts constantly thinking about it made it happen? Which one of it, or is it a combination of both?
It is actually not a combination. It is because you feared it. Yeah? Fear is a very strong force. Yes? A negativity in you is very, very strong. So if I have a fear, this should not happen. Yeah? What if this happens? I am sending out a signal to the universe. Yeah? And that signal is so strong that universe does not understand I don't want it to happen or I want it to happen. It does not understand your English. It just gets the signal of your strong attachment towards that. It does not understand whether your attachment is of raga or dvesha. Fear is a dvesha, understand this. Yes? And that universe brings it to you. You created agami karma because of your fear. Got it? Yes? 99.9% of the times your fears materialize. That is why drop fear. Yes? Drop fear. You create agami karma from your fear. And really there is nothing to fear. Especially for people on this path, you have the grace of the Master. You have this awesome knowledge. Very few people are blessed with this knowledge. You have nothing to fear. Drop, let go, open your palms. Yes, stop creating agami karma. Okay. All you.
One question. So I set my alarm in the morning and I tried to wake up a few times. And each time I thought I'll get up in next 15 minutes. And without any prompt or snooze, I would get up exactly 15 minutes after that. And last few days this has happened a lot. Even in my sleep, I know exactly when it is 30 minutes over or 15 minutes over. How do I know?
It's awareness. Yeah? Your awareness has gone up. And this will happen in knowledge. With everybody, something or the other like this must be happening. She gave you a very specific example. But haven't you noticed you're becoming more and more aware? Yeah? In awareness, all these beautiful things start happening to you. Yeah? Sometimes when I'm leading Kriya and the door is shut, I know somebody else has quietly come outside and stood outside the door feeling all guilty. Oh, I'm late. What should I do? Is wondering whether I should knock or go away. He's standing there in his quandary and I just go and open the door. Yeah, this happens. Your awareness becomes very high on this meditative path. Yeah, on the path of spirituality. Okay. All clear? No more questions? All Ashtavakra experts, at least Ashtavakra 1 through 15? Yeah? Okay, so you have completed 50% of Ashtavakra Gita. You are halfway through today. Yeah, we'll start with Ashtavakra 16 next week. Yeah, but remember you renewed your vows today. So come what may, I will not cause turbulence in another person's mind. Yes, everybody, and every single day I will meditate and listen to my body. Cool? All good? Yeah, if you have any questions. Huh?
So one question. You said, I will not cause turbulence in other people's mind. What if you do it as part of a game? Because I'm playing it like a game.
No.
And it might impact other people. But I have no intention of causing it. I'm playing it like a game.
No. There should not be an intention inside. Yes? The intention should not be to hurt. Yeah? But if somebody else gets hurt by my silence also, then that's not my fault, right? Yeah? My intention should be pure. Inside, I should maintain a pure consciousness. If at the end I feel guilty, that means I have had an intention. It was hidden inside. So even if you play it like a game, you are going to feel a pinch, Raj. That pinch is going to be strong enough. Yeah. It is not for the other person.
Sometimes it's like a chess, right? You have to pick a step. So you're making a step for you. You're not trying to kill the other person or other pawn or player. But as part of that move, there is some impact. I have nothing against that person. But I may feel a pinch, like you said, after that happens. I know it's causing some heartache for that person. But I have to do this if I have to do this. If I want to play this game.
Again, there should be no raga and dvesha inside. If I'm doing it out of dvesha, I will create agami karma. Simple. The equation is very simple. If I do not have dvesha and I just, do it because it is required of me. For example, Bhavini asked the question, no? She's a manager and she has to ask somebody or tell somebody your performance was bad. Till the time there is no dvesha inside, you're just doing what is required of you as a manager. She's playing the game. Yeah? Do it that way. Yeah? But if you have a dvesha inside, you are creating agami karma for yourself. It is not for the other person. This vow is for me. Recognize this. Yes, this knowledge is for me. I don't even know who the other person is. Yes, it is all for you. So renew your vows for yourself, not for the other person. Clear? Okay. So I'll see you next week. Ashtavakra 16. 3 types of purity. Yes. Until then, Jai Gurudev.